the one and only Jed Spence, as he has been called up again to the England squad, second time running under Thomas Tuchel. And let's hope he gets more game time this time.
Yeah, well, you got 10 minutes, 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Fantastic for him. Even though, obviously, a doggy's come back in the fold, he still had a fairly good month. It's interesting, he was talking about, Tuchel was talking about Lewis Skelly, saying, he's not necessarily guaranteed a place at the World Cup.
He's not playing.
That's the thing. So he's saying he's not necessarily guaranteed a place at the World Cup. Obviously, Spence is playing at the moment, so he's got a battle on his hands. But great news for Jed. Keeps his progression going. He's now regularly being called up to England squads, so that's really good, great news for him. I think he's had a pretty good start to the season for us as well. Yeah,
he has. I think he's started in every game bar the Brighton game, if I'm correct in saying so. Yeah, very good start to the season.
The only thing I worry for him a bit is, I'm not saying he's not going to get minutes, but I just think we look better when we have Doggy and Porro. So...
Yeah, I don't deny that, but I mean, we've got so many games, don't we?
Yeah.
Like, they're going to all share the minutes round, in my opinion, and I think Frank's going to be rotating him, Doggy and Porro consistently throughout the season.
I think it's true. I'm just saying, in the more important games, I wonder if he'll be in the team or not.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Because there's some games where you want to be more defensively solid, and I think Jed is going to be favoured in those games. But then in the games where you really want to take the game to the opposition, maybe he won't be favoured. Because I feel like going forward, he does have value going forward, but I just think the other two have a lot more about them going forward.
Definitely. But the thing is, I think the Doggy can be good defensively. So it's about whether I think he's phenomenal Doggy. Like, I think he can do everything, and he gets forward better than Jed. I think Jed is better defensively than him, but he's also very strong and also very fast. So those physical qualities that Jed has that separates him from a lot of fullbacks, that strength and pace that he got, I think the Doggy also has that. So I think he can. I think he's like similar age, maybe a bit younger than Spence, isn't he? 2 years.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to develop him in any way. I thought the way he dealt with Minto was brilliant. So I just think the Doggy is a bit more of a complete fullback than Spence.
I don't disagree massively. I think from what I've seen from both at left back this season, I probably do prefer a Doggy in my team from what I've seen. However, I think the one thing that Jed has over a Doggy is his one-on-one defending. That's probably the only thing I think he has over him.
He has it over him, but I'm saying I don't think Doggy's bad at it.
Yeah, I just think Jed is phenomenal at it.
Yeah, he's very good. I think he's one of the best in the league.
Yeah.
When it comes to when he's squared up against a winger, he's just very hard to beat.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Next up, we're going to talk about the team news going into the game this weekend. Thomas Frank in the press conference says that Romero is fit and available and will start tomorrow. That is promising news. And that contact to the foot, and I think the medical did a good job to get him turned around so quickly. Dom was a minor procedure to the foot. It went well. We'll know more after the international break. Kolo Muani is an interesting one. He says that he's been on the pitch the last 2 days, so that's positive. However, he will not be in the squad tomorrow. Kota Takai is getting better and better, and he's trained with the team for the last 10 days, so that's promising. Interesting on Kolo Muani. I mean, it's just such a peculiar situation, isn't it? The deadest of dead legs. Like, we've seen him in one cameo performance against Villarreal, and he got a dead leg, and we haven't seen him since. It's just baffling. It's baffling, man.
Isn't it? Obviously, he signed on deadline. Was it deadline day? So we were never going to see him in August anyway. But it's a very frustrating situation because, as you say, Solanke's also now injured still, and Richarlison's bearing the brunt. And obviously, Tell, when he's played in that position, hasn't really cut it. So Richarlison's getting a lot of the minutes, and I think he's doing well in some games, but I think he seems to be struggling a lot with that burden of being the only striker. So I think he needs a bit of help right now, and that's where Muani should have come in, but he's got this odd injury, and it's ruled him out for now 2.5 weeks, which is crazy. He's got a dead leg. I mean, it can't be. It must be covering something else. It must be a more serious knock than just a dead leg. I can't imagine he just got a hit in the thigh or whatever it is that causes a dead leg, and he's been out now for 2.5 weeks. It's very frustrating.
It must not be a dead leg as we know it, like getting a dead leg in the playground when someone kicks you in the thigh. Like it can't. Surely it can't be the same
You're just
thing.
done. You're done for 5 minutes, and then you're back on the pitch. What's the big deal? What's the big deal? But look, it sounds like he's back on the grass, which is great. And then after international break, maybe he should be available.
Yeah.
However, we did say it about obviously Solanke, didn't we?
But the difference is Solanke needed surgery.
Yeah, but we didn't know he needed surgery until they
Yeah.
told us.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping it's not a similar thing.
No need surgery for a dead leg, do you?
No, but maybe it isn't. I don't know. I'm just hoping it's not just one of these situations where he's struggling with something and they're not really being honest about it, and it's going to drag on.
It's actually true here what Cantab says in the comments. The guy's never been injured in his life.
It's mad. And he comes to Tottenham and instantly, within one cameo, he's got an injury. It's just crazy.
Do you remember when we were talking about Sadi? He was like, wow, what an injury record this
He's
guy
literally
had.
never actually had an injury, apart from now where he's got a dead leg, which is crazy. So hopefully we get to see him very soon, which is just very frustrating. With Solanke, I guess it's minor surgery, but I don't know what that means for him.
Yeah.
Whether that means months, weeks, we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, they said we'll know more after the international break. But look, get Kolo Muani training over international break. I assume he's not been called up to France. So it'll be good to Frank to get him, training consistently. Kota Takai,
Yeah.
it'll be interesting to see if he's going to be in any matchday squads anytime soon.
Yeah, because they said 10 days. That's quite a while now.
Yeah,
So
but he didn't have a pre-season.
no, he didn't. Yeah. So we've got two defenders in Takai and Dragusin who for a while have been training with the first team, but we're just not using.
Yeah, and neither had pre-seasons. Obviously, Dragusin's off the back of an ACL, so that one's a bit precarious. But I guess the most positive news is Romero, because there was a bit of an inkling with me, like when they left him at home in the Bodo, I was like, is there more than they're letting on here with Kuti Romero? But clearly not.
Yeah, and it's great that he's back involved, back in the team, and we missed him. We really did miss him. As much as Dan so covers him well, I think he's, unfortunately, given that we don't have many progressive passes in the midfield at the moment, he does a really good, important job in that backline. When he's not there, that's just another player who just allows us to get out the pitch, out of the team. And you saw with some of the passes Danso was doing how we missed Romero.
Yeah. Next up, we're going to be talking about Takeover talk once again. As when I was away off the channel, there was all this madness about former DJ Brooklyn Eric apparently put in a bid to take over Tottenham Hotspur, £4.5 million takeover bid, which was quite quickly rejected by Tottenham, which they put on a statement. The Mirror reporting that after Tottenham revealed last month they turned down a £4.5 billion takeover offer, one that would have set a world record, led by former DJ Brooklyn Eric. The potential takeover of Tottenham Hotspur by former DJ is looking increasingly unlikely now, as one of his key investors has backed out of the deal.
Oh, right, who's reporting that?
The Mirror.
Well, not great, but whatever, it is what it is. I don't know. I don't even know much about him. If he would have been a good person to take us over or not. Obviously,
it was gonna give us a 1.2 billion transfer fund.
When I heard all these things, I think I don't know if this guy knows what he's doing. 1.2 billion. That's not how people do things. They don't just give you a 1.2 billion transfer fund. Yeah, I don't know. He seemed to be doing it a lot for attention. It seemed to me.
It seemed that way.
Media.
But yeah, exactly.
Like that's no way to do things professionally. Like very much like doing all these posts and like implying all these things. Is like if you're serious, you do it behind closed doors and you put in bids. You don't like put all these cryptic tweets out on social media if you're serious about like taking over our football club, in my opinion. So I don't know, it just seemed to be there was something off about it from the beginning.
Yeah, and it did remind me a lot about that potential Arsenal takeover a couple of years back with the Spotify guy. I can't remember his name, but he also like drew a lot of things out in the press, trying to get fans on board and everything like that, when Arsenal fans were under a lot of unrest under the Cronkies. And what that actually did was it kicked the Cronkies into gear a little bit, and on the back of that, the Cronkies kind of stepped it up, invested a lot of money into the club, and Arsenal are now. Got the best squad in the league and potentially favourites for the title. Can that have a similar impact into ENIC now?
I don't know. Maybe. I wouldn't put money on it.
What are your
knows?
feelings? What are your feelings towards ENIC now? Do you feel like they will be putting their money where their mouth is?
What does that look like? Is that 200? How much do we like? Do I think the spending is going to substantially increase?
Do you think I'm saying? Do you think that Spurs are going to start acting like an actual serious club and start bringing in some top talent, or even better top talent and starting increasing the wage bill and all that kind of stuff?
Wage bill I can see increasing, but I think it was always going to increase because we've lost a lot of big wage players like Son, and that gap needs filling.
Can we bring in a key player on like 350 grand a week?
I don't know. I think it will increase, and maybe I still think we're going to have a wage structure. I still think
everyone has a wage structure.
We're still going to have, and it's still going to be capped. I like.
So you think like the wage structure will still be capped at like 200k?
No, I think it will probably increase, maybe 250, but I don't think it's going to go all of a sudden to like 400 or something, or 350. I don't think so. I think it's going to be run fairly similarly. I think the spending will increase. I think maybe, at the moment our limit seems to be 65 million or something on a player. Maybe that will increase. I don't know if it'll go to 100 necessarily. Like, to be honest, I don't know if our spending has increased significantly, over the last 5 years. Under Andrew in his first summer, we spent 200 million. This summer, how much did we spend? Nearly 200 million. I know when you're comparing that to what Arsenal and Liverpool spent, 400 million odd, haven't they?
Yeah.
Liverpool did. I don't know how much. Arsenal was over 300 million. So it's still lagging behind that. And I think it will increase maybe to the 250 kind of arena. I don't know if we're going to start entering that Arsenal, Liverpool kind of 300, 400 million windows. I would highly doubt that, to be honest.
What do they need to do, ENIC, to get you on board?
I'm not on board. I'm happy to see where it goes, and I don't think 200, 250 is anything to massively complain about. I'm just, yeah, I mean that's fine. I'm willing to see where it goes. I'm not against what's happening or anything.
I don't think anyone can be against what's happening at this moment in time. It is a wait and see job kind of thing.
I'm just skeptical about their intentions. I'm skeptical about everything because of just how everything's been done, but we'll see.
Why do you think they haven't accepted?
Accepted what?
This $4.5 billion takeover bid.
Is it real?
Well, I mean, they came out and said it is real, and they rejected it. They put a whole statement out on the website.
Maybe they want more money.
Like, how much more? If they are looking to sell, all the noise coming out is well, not the noise. What they are saying, they're saying it straight in front of our face. They don't want to sell. Obviously, that can be seen as a negotiation tactic to say if you don't want to sell, then obviously that drives up the price.
It would, yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying that's obviously the thing to take from it. If they're saying they don't want to sell, it could drive up the price. Obviously, if they do want to sell, they could also say the club's on the market and we're looking for active buyers. There's two ways you can go about it, but obviously the smarter way.
There's no incentive to do that.
So the smarter way is to say that we're not for sale to get the best price available. But $4.5 billion does seem like a decent.
It's a world record bid.
Yeah,
but it is a world record bid. But I think Chelsea went for not too far off that.
They went for $3 billion, I think.
Was it not near 4?
Maybe.
Because they went for a world record bid when they got sold. So Chelsea went for I think it was 4.2, wasn't it?
Maybe. I'll check now.
So on that basis, if Chelsea are going for that, and they're not a cash cow like we are.
4.2 billion, yeah.
Yeah. So from that basis, I think our revenues are a lot more than Chelsea, and the potential revenues is more because I don't think Chelsea have the events that we have, and we're doing even more stuff as well. So the potential revenue is going to be even more. Match day revenue, I think we have more than Chelsea. So why should they sell for close to what Chelsea sold? It should be a lot more.
Yeah. And also Chelsea was just a peculiar situation because that was like a government-led sale, wasn't it? It wasn't like a normal sale. So maybe it could be even more than that if they were just like a normal club to business to business sale kind of thing. But
I reckon they think they could get close to 6, maybe
6 billion. Wow, that would be crazy.
Whether they do actually, but I reckon that's like they're going for big money.
Do you think they get that? Like, do you think a bid of 6 billion will ever come in for Tottenham Hotspur?
I don't know. I mean, it earns, man. I mean, 600 million, wasn't it? Wasn't it our revenue?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Something like that. We earn big money. We are a absolute cash cow. So whoever gets it is onto a sure thing.
Yeah, they're definitely onto a moneymaker.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
So I think there's I think Enoch know whether they can either keep it and they know it's not there for a sure thing, or they can sell it for big money. But I think selling it to close to what Chelsea sold theirs for is not going to be the going rate for them, I reckon.
All right, well, that's the situation on Brooklyn Eric. We've got a couple of potential transfer stories to talk about as well. Very reliable in Team Talk say that Tottenham and Manchester United are ahead of Fulham in the race to sign Middlesbrough's 23-year-old midfielder Hayden Hackney. I mean, it feels like we speak about Hayden Hackney a lot.
Yeah, he's been the subject of he's been the subject of conversation for many years now. Seems so, at least a couple. Seems to be a good midfielder. Question is about what we think of our midfield. Do we need an extra person there? If we do, is it someone like Hackney that we need?
I feel like he's the profile we actually need, though.
Yeah, is he a more of a deep lying player?
Deep lying progressive player, yeah.
Okay, so but what does that mean for Gray, Bentancur, Paulinho, Bergvall, Sarr? We've got a lot of options. So I don't know. I would be highly surprised if a centre midfielder is on our thinking in January.
Yeah, maybe not in January, but I mean, we do need one eventually. I mean, everyone's bemoaning the fact of how we can't progress the ball through the centre of the pitch. Yeah,
unless what Frank is saying about Bentancur, we start to see a bit more. And obviously Bergvall, hopefully he can start. I think he can do that role. We just need to see him in the 8 a bit more. So I do think we have some solutions. We just haven't implemented them just yet.
And the next one, we're going to talk about Brentford's midfielder, Yarmoluyk. And Court Offside says that Manchester United have added Brentford and Ukraine's defensive midfielder Yarmoluyk to the list of their transfer targets after sending scouts to watch him this season. Both Man United and Tottenham are really keen on the highly rated 21-year-old with former boss Thomas Frank a big admirer.
Yeah. I mean, there's video evidence of it. If everyone's seen that famous...
Yarmoluyk, wow!
Yeah, that famous Team Talk he did, and he was obviously very complimentary of Yarmoluyk. Same answer I'll give to Hackney. We've got so many... Like, is Yarmoluyk better than any of the midfielders we have? Frank's got to make that determination.
Yeah.
I doubt he's done that right now. So I think any talk of bringing in these midfielders is going to be premature, but I'm sure he's one who's on the list in case we do need one, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, for me, we just need to focus on the forward line, in my opinion. I think the future our centre-backs look good. I think potentially one more fullback to come in and a left winger, and depending what happens with the number 9s and how they all get on this season, potentially a number 9 as well. That's where I'm at with it.
Yeah.
So that is your Tottenham update for today. Let me know in the comment section below all your thoughts regarding all the news stories that we've talked about today.